to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and I work in operations.
My name is Joe Banishevsky. I go to the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, and I work with the transition team.
Hi, my name is Karina Balmontes. I attend Marquette University, and I work in PWM.
My name is Patrick Kastner. I attend Marquette University, and I work in operations.
And I'm Peter Basile. I attend Marquette University. I'm in trading operations. So we are all here today to present to you Baird Synergy. What is Baird Synergy? Well, synergy is the interaction of elements that, when combined, produces a total effect that is greater than the sum of individual elements. How are we going to apply this to Baird? Well, we're going to take the individual contributions from the associates, our emerging leaders. We will combine those with the efforts of our managers in Baird senior leadership. We will combine them through a career workshop that will allow them to maximize opportunity and produce a greater outcome together. To tell you more, here's Patrick.
Thank you, Peter. So what exactly is Baird Synergy? It'll be a career development session that'll take place Thursday through Friday morning, and it'll be held in an off-site location. The purpose of the off-site location is to get the employees away from the stressors of their day-to-day job and also life, and allow them to fully immerse themselves in the program and what we're trying to get across. Some of the activities that will be included are leadership workshops, career reflection, and team building. And to tell you a little bit more about some of the goals, we have Karina.
All right, so how did we decide to target this specific group of Baird associates? We did a little bit of research with HC, but then we also dug a little deeper on the internet. And we found that the Bureau of Labor Statistics states that a person is going to job hop about 12 to 15 times during their lifetime. I don't know about you, but we were really surprised by that fact. We kept digging, looking at more research, and we found a study done by Workaholics that found a huge increase in percentage of people that stayed in their job for less than 2 years. As you can see on the chart, in 1990, 16% of people were leaving their job in less than 2 years. In 2016, that grew to 51%. That's a 35% increase in people leaving their jobs in less than 2 years. Sorry. Taking all of that into consideration, when we look at Baird associates hitting that 3 to 5 year benchmark, it's kind of a big deal nowadays. And as most of you already know, when a Baird associate hits that 3-year mark, they're invited to become shareholders within Baird, really taking ownership of not only their position, their team, and Baird as a whole. So why not continue on in that ownership of Baird and go on this type of career development session? There are 2 major reasons why people decide to job hop nowadays. The first, recognition. Who doesn't want a pat on the back, a good job, a high five for a job well done? Well, there's also a second reason, and that's one that we want to pay most attention to, which is people job hop because they want to continue climbing that career ladder. So they want to get into those management positions. They want to get those responsibilities. So they do that by job hopping. So instead of doing that, instead of job hopping, why not do that here at Baird? After those 3 years, become a shareholder, and if you decide not to, that's fine too, but go on this career development session and take the time away from technology, from your work, and look at where you've been at Baird in the past, where you are now, and where you want to continue to be in the future. We actually had a chance to sit down with PWM President Mike Schrader, and according to him, it'd be a mistake not to have something like this already in place. And now I'm going to throw it over to Joe, and he's going to tell you a little bit more specifics about the program.
Thanks, Karina. So now that you guys know kind of what Baird Synergy is and why we want to implement it here at Baird, we're going to talk to you about how we think it's possible to implement it. So basically, we're going to give conference services ownership of event planning. Now, giving them ownership of event planning does not mean that sending these employees to this event takes any money out of the budget. What their duties are going to include is picking a retreat location, setting up specific dates and times of the event, and last but not least, sending anniversary invites and different things so the employees know where and when to be. So since the money isn't coming out of conference services budget, it's got to come out of somewhere else. And we had the idea of having managers fund their own department candidates. This allows managers to select associates that they see with potential and that they want to lock up long-term within the department. Now, the event will be offered to all associates, however. We don't want to leave anybody out. So it allows managers to also invest in their own departments, and we believe this will effectively reduce turnover within departments even more than it is. Some other ideas that we had were to use Milwaukee and surrounding branches sort of as a test so we can figure out more of a budget and also how effective this event will be. And lastly, we thought that it'd be a good idea to mix it with different events such as the shareholder meeting or the annual symposium. Now to wrap it up, here's Keaton Sanchez.
Alright, to funnel everything down we said about Baird Synergy so far, let's just ask why and what does Baird need to do to improve its already industry impressive retention rate? And how does Baird differentiate itself in the industry when it comes to retaining employees? What we kind of saw with all the statistics is Baird doesn't simply recruit the top talent in the industry. Baird recognizes its emerging leaders it has internally and creates